and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and it's time to get on with filling in my diamond painting logbook. So for those that haven't seen the past videos, I've gone through my stash and I now have all my paintings that I've kept hold of all listed. I have them grouped, so I have square, round, and then I have large square, large round, because I do tend to split the two of them up. I have left the other sides free so that they can become, more. And then I have special and some extra pages. I've done all my spares. So those that are in my Heaven and Earth designs in the square have a H. Otherwise, I have ticked all of my spares. I haven't done my special and ABs. I thought I was getting straight onto logbooks today, but I've not done these. So let's go through the ABs. So these are DMC codes. We have the DMC codes, then we do also have the Diamond Art Club codes, if that's the way, if you do a lot of Diamond Art Club and like to record them that way, you can. I personally convert the Diamond Art Club codes to DMC codes and store them that way. So this should be quite easy to do, and then I'm going to make a start, I think, on my actual logbook, because there's not too many that I have in ABs, but there are a few scattering. So I have 666, which is a red, and I have that in an AB. Now I have that in an AB in a square. So what I'm thinking is if I put an S there for square, so I've done an S rather than a tick, and then if I end up having them in both, I can put S and R. Next, so my next batch is, in fact, let me open this back up again. 741. I have that in an AB in round. 947 in an AB in round. 741 I also have in a square. So I've now got it saying S and R. And 3371, which is over here. Where are we? 3371 I have in a square. So if you can see, for the 741 I actually have it in both. So what I've done is I've actually written both an S and an R on there, because I don't have that many ABs, so I just put them into colour sections. So 3078, 3078, I have that in round, and 973, 973, I have that in square. So that's my yellows. Green, I don't have any ABs in green. Blue, and I'm flipping through because this is the box that I hold my specials and my ABs in. So all the rest of these are just special diamonds that don't have DMC numbers. So 7, 9, 6, I have that in square. 820, I have that in square. 995, 995 over here. 995, I have that in round. 996, I have in round. 996 I also have in square, and 3846. 3846 I also have in square. Okay, so what you could do, or what if people do prefer to be able to tick on one or the others, I could in turn do a second sheet of my spares square and round, but put AB. So actually write or do a little sticker or a little diamond with AB on there, and actually have two of exactly the same. But for now, I'm going to stick with what comes in the book. If I end up with loads and loads of ABs, I may change my mind. Because, say, specials, I don't tend to get specials with the codes on. Okay, so 208, I have that in square. 210 I have in square. 211 I have in square, and this is from the recent AB picture that I did. And 3835 I also have in square. Okay, so that's my purple. And I've just remembered where there are some other ABs as well, so I will get those in a mo. 3609. 3609 in square. And then go back a page. 603 in square. 605 in a square. Ooh, 608. Now that one is actually a quad one. So it's actually the equivalent to 4. So I'm not gonna put that one in because there is only one. 956. Now this is 956 and this is neon. So I'm going to put neon in the special column. So let me write that in and let me show you. So what I've done is I've written neon, but in the column for the special rather than AB. It is AB coated as well, but it is classed as a neon. So I'm going to put it in that way because I might end up with normal ABs that aren't neon. I don't have any in the silver. I should have some in the white. Yes, I do. So I do also have some what's classed as ice. 5200. So 5200 is up here. I have that in both squares and round in ABs. And then what I'm also going to do is there's also some lines here. So I'm going to put ice, and then it has got an AB coating, so I'm going to put it in the AB column with a square because I don't think I'm going to have that many that are that different. So I'm just going to put it in there because at least then I have a record. And then do I have any black? Grey. I have a grey. And this again was from the painting from Row Diamonds that I recently did. So 414 AB in a square. So that is my specials and AB box gone through. But I do have some extras. And the extras that I have are ones that I was gifted by Diamond Art Studio. I have them in both round and square. So that's my square section. Squares on that side, rounds on that side. I'm pretty sure they're the same colours, so I'm just going to check. Just going to cross-check that they're the same colours. I'm pretty sure they are. 742. 995, 996 and 5200. Okay, so they are the same. So I have them in both square and round. So for 5200, that's already been done. 996, I've already done square and round. 995, I can add square. I now have both. 742, I have both square and round. 701, I have both. I could take the page out to be able to write neater, but I'm trying to make it work. 666, I had just square before, but I now have round as well. 310, I have that in square and round. And 208, I only had in square before, I now have in round as well. So that's increased my little tally. So that's my ABs done. And I have record. This is quite handy for having a record of ABs. If you ever want to change a painting out, you can have a look before you do it. But then one of the new things as well is neon. So they actually have neon or glow in the dark. So 5200, for example, I do have glow in the dark for both. So 5200 under special, I'm going to put glow. A bit like I did when I put neon. I'm just putting glow. And then, oh, the others aren't a DMC code. They're just down as blue, green, purple, pink and yellow. So there's no point in me adding those DMC wise. But you could always use the note pages that you get in these sections to write down the other ones that you've got. If you have a few. Mine are currently hung up on my pegboard, so I can see them from there. Right, now we're back 12 minutes in where I thought I was originally. I have my ABs written down in square and round, and then I've just noted whether I have a neon one or a glow in the dark one in my specials column. So now it's on to the actual logbook. This is the bit I thought I was doing. So this is the My Logbook section, and we have space here for a picture or your little ledger, your little inventory sheet, some notes, and then all the details about the actual painting itself. I have done one. I did skip because I didn't want to work on the back of the front cover and not like the way I'd done a layout. So these were done a while ago. So this is the one I completed during my June waffle. I think that's when I started putting a couple of things in my logbook, but didn't get there fully. So I've filled in the name of it, the painting type, the amount of colours, whether I was happy with the quality of the drills, where I got it from, how much time I spent on it. So on this one, I knew I'd started it on the 1st of June to the 30th and spent 30 days. I don't personally measure actual time spent, but I'm happy to put when I start something and when I finish it. Done my final thoughts on it, and then I've also written a little bit about doing it during my June waffle, using some of the glow in the dark drills that were gifted to me by Margaret, and she also sent me some AB drills for this painting, so that confirms that I added extra bits to what they gave me. So that one has been filled in. I then also have actually a mystery painting that was gifted to me by Margaret. I think I've pretty much filled in a lot of that. I haven't filled in things like total colours and total drills because I think I'd already finished it by the time it came to it, so I didn't have my little slip that told me how many colours. I could possibly look back on the video for that, but I'm trying not to be too precious on things that I've either started or have gone back. I've got a section here for the custom comparison from Huacan of my mother-in-law, which I know I have pictures for, but I've done some stuff on that but not finished. I've got some there on the custom comparison from HomFun, the one from Manhui Rachel, the one from Evermoment. So all three of the customs sort of got written in and not much more. Mr. Charlie Quackers got his title and got that it was from Diamond Art Studio. I haven't done anything else on that yet. I wrote in the one from Prism called Flying Feathers. I've actually written in the size, the number of colours, when it was ordered, my cost, things like that. I've not actually done this one yet. Quirky Fox, I've written in some of those. That one's actually been done now, and that's sort of as far as I got. So I think I need to start getting a system with these. Now, some of these things, the likes of the size, the drills, where it was purchased from, I think this is the sort of thing that I should start filling in when I get the painting. So when I add it to my stash, I feel like I should start filling in this, because otherwise sometimes things stay for so long in my stash that, you know, it could be a while, and trying to hunt back for things is a problem. So I need to try and not have that happen. So I'm going to start with my square paintings, of which I only have 4 noted down on here. One of them has been completed, but I'm going to take this piece of paper out and I'm going to have a quick look, because I'd like them to match up. So Winter Tree, that was a square. So let's add Winter Tree, because it's in here. So Winter Tree completed. So I've already done it. So yes, I am adding to my stash, but the idea is that everything, or this is the idea that I want, that everything on my pages in my stash list is detailed in my logbook. So I'm just going to do like a little cross check, double check for everything. Mystery from Margaret. Mystery from Margaret. Oh, I've actually got the month I finished this one. So I think I'm going to start writing that. So I'm just going to write July 2021. I actually have it for Winter Tree as well, but I kind of like having when I finished it or when it was completed. So Winter Tree was June 2021. And when did I finish the AB mystery painting? I have my computer here, because I think I'm going to try and find stuff that I can. So I'm just doing a quick search across the channel across my channel for mystery. So I did the preparation video for the mystery painting on the 5th of October, and I did the breakdown on the 26th. So I'm just going to stick with October 2021. That is close enough to when I finished it. I'm not going to do the exact dates. If I have the exact dates, they'll be detailed in here. I don't need them on here as well, and I think it will drive me batty trying to make sure that I write down the exact date that I've finished it. Okay, so Winter Tree's down, Mystery from Margaret is down. Oh, custom comparisons. I kind of feel like I should note all this information down, but I also kind of feel like I started this logbook with the intent of putting all this sort of stuff in, and I did really well on the winter tree. I did pretty good on the mystery from Margaret. I kind of want the customs in there because I think it would be nice to show the two. Apologies, I'm looking something up. Megan is currently in Costco, so she just FaceTimed me. It's the best way to shop, via FaceTime. Okay, where was I? Yeah, so custom comparisons. I'm a little bit half and half. I know I have documented down how I felt about the paintings, how the paintings were, and I have the comparison. I could potentially sit down and fill this in and get it all up to date. But part of me then is like, am I just going too far back to try and fill things in? I don't in any way whatsoever want to try and go back for the past 3 years of diamond painting. I think it would take me far too long. I would have very limited information for a lot of them. Though I do have noted things like I ran out of 2 colours for Home Fun. Okay, let's keep them. I was half and half. I was thinking about whether it was worth keeping them, but I think I can obtain a lot of the information for these. And I think it would be nice to have the pictures. Okay, so let's keep those. When I finish them, might be the tricky part. So custom comparison or custom. Let's call it custom comparison. Custom comparison. Huacan. Now I've only got the big ones on here. 40 by 50. Oh, what was that one from Margaret? What size was that one? 30 by 40. Trying to keep the names the same. Okay, when did I put up the video of the custom? In fact, I could probably... So I did the comparison video in August, and that was comparing them all finished. Let's have a look. I think I did Huacan first. I did. So I did the preparation video for Huacan in March, and I did the breakdown also in March. So I'm going to go with the fact that I finished it in March. This is another reason that actually doing just the month will help, because sometimes I may have finished a painting a week or 2 before the actual video goes up. Okay, next one. So custom comparison. Home Fun, and this one is also a 40 by 50. I'm kind of glad I started with squares, and I'm kind of not. Okay, so I did the preparation on the 1st of April. When did I do the breakdown? For Home Fun, I did the breakdown on the 17th of July. Well, that took a while. Or is that the wrong comparison? No, that was the preparation. Oh, hang on, was it? Okay, bear with me. I'm just trying to determine which one this was. Yes, that was the Hom Fun Custom. So I actually prepared the Hom Fun Custom on the 1st of April. And then I did a preparation for the Manhui Rachel in July and broke down the Hom Fun in July as well. So April, kitted it up, so I could have finished it in May or June. The kitting up was actually at the beginning of July, so I'm going to go with June. June 2021. I sort of have to do a little bit of guessing. Okay, custom comparison. I know I did have quite a bit of a gap between doing any. Not so much that I stopped. I know I had a very bit of a quiet time, and maybe that's why it was July. Maybe I was still doing it in the June waffle, because that took quite a bit of time. Okay, so Rachel Manhui 40 by 50. And that one, when did I break that one down? July the 27th. So I'm going to go for July 2021 for me finishing that one. And then again, custom comparison. This is going to become my life, this logbook. I can see it. Every kitting up, every kitting down. Custom comparison, Ever Moment. It will be a really nice record to look back on though. So this is a 40 by 50. And then I broke it down in August and I did my comparison in August. So I'm going to go with August. August 2021. So that's that one. Mr. Charlie Quackers is a square, but it's classed as a large square. These custom comparisons, I know they are larger at 40 by 50, but they actually will still just go on my square tally because I did keep them hung up on my hanger. And that's how I determine things, whether they're hung up on the hanger or not. Whereas the Prism Flying Feathers is rolled up, so that goes in my large. And then I have Quirky Fox. That one went in my large one as well, because that was a 50 by 70. Okay, so all of my square ones that got hung up are on here. Now I need to get them all in here. So basically what I want to do is page by page, I want them to be the same. So this one is Love and Lockdown. Love and Lockdown. And then I'm going to try and fill in some of the gaps. So it is a 30 by 50. This one's not been done yet. So this one is currently hung up on my hanger. So let me get my... These are my squares. These are my squares that hung up. So let's use these. So this one's hung up, even though it is a 30 by 50, so it is longer, it is still hung up. So 30 by 50, it is double-sided tape. It is a full drill. I'm not going to fill in the quality until I've actually worked on it. Number of colours. Looks like I need to count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. Let me just have a look and see if I have the diamonds as well, because this one does come with an inventory sheet. it is 36. As I was counting them, I'm thinking, I'm sure that inventory sheet comes with the stuff that I need. So number of colours, and I forgot already, 36. Now you can find out the amount of total drills by the size. So this is a true 30 by 50, so you measure the two sides, and then yeah, so you can basically, you take the 30 centimetres and divide it by 0.2475 or something if you want to get really specific, and that will give you how many diamonds across. You do the same with the length down, and then you times them by each other, and it will give you the total number of drills. That's why we do have total drills on here. Some people do like to do the total drills. I don't want to do math, so I'm not doing math. So it's a square painting, doesn't have AB or rhinestone, it is a DMC. So purchased from, this one is from Windsor Diamond Art. I'm going to see how much I can get filled in of this. So, date ordered. Let's check my emails. So let me go to all inboxes and search. Okay, I've got a receipt for my payment to Windsor Diamond Art. So I purchased it on the 4th of the 10th, 2020. Oh, I have had that one in my stash for a while. Let me see if I can find anything else. If I could spell Windsor right. Subject contains Windsor. So I've got details of my payment, and I've got details of my unboxing, which I did in the January. I know it did take a long time to arrive, but I can't remember how long it took to arrive. So I'm not going to put a date received because I actually don't know. I do know how much it cost though. It cost quite a big price of £22.50. So £22.50. Delivery took 1 to 2 months. I'm going to put 1 to 2 months because I'm not sure exactly of the time frame between the two. Delivery took 1 to 2 months. In fact, let's just leave it at that. I didn't have to speak to customer services, so I'm not going to do that. Quality time, of course, I haven't started it, and final thoughts, I haven't started it. What I do want to note down though is that the canvas, the diamonds, everything about the kit tells me that this is in partnership with HomFun. So I might put that in the notes down here. Canvas, etc. Looks as though they have partnered with HomFun, because that's what it looks like to me. So that is something that I do want to note down. Now, what also helps, if I know that I did the kitting up video at the beginning of January, is I want to try and find my picture of this. Now, I could just cut that one out, but it's still with my diamonds. So I take and save a lot of pictures. So it's taken me a while to scroll up. Bear with me while I find January, because I am pretty sure I would have, of course, taken the picture to create a thumbnail. The question is whether... Oh, okay. Sometimes I get my pictures ready early, or sometimes I'm organised and get videos ready early. Okay, I've found my thumbnail for this painting, but I don't actually have the image, this image, saved in my photos. So let me see if I can find it on their website. Very interesting video for you here while I faff about having a look. Okay, so Winsor Diamond Art. Let's see if they still have... Let's see if they still have this painting. They do. So Love in Lockdown it's actually called, not Love and Lockdown. It's called Love in Lockdown. Let's correct that while we're there. And then basically I want a screenshot of the image. I'm not doing anything funny with it, but I do want to be able to print out a picture for in here. So what I've been using, if I can find where I put it, I know where the actual item is. I've been using a HP sprocket. I've just had it on charge. So I got this, I've had this for a few years. HP Sprocket. Found the app. Let's see if I can get this to work on camera. So I've got the image, tile printing. So I've got the image that I got off the website. Let me edit it. Does that allow me to move it about? Oh no. We're looking like we're about the right size. Are we turned on? Okay, we now have a white light for turned on. So I want to print. Okay, let's try reconnecting. This is where we might have fun. I'm sure I do this every single time. Trying to connect the sprocket. Oh, it's flashing. Does that mean it's going to let me connect? Maybe not. Right, bear with. Let me see if it is showing in my Bluetooth settings, but not actually doing anything. Other devices. Sprocket. Connect. It says it's connected. Will you print now? Oh, it says it will print. So now, I've just put new paper in. So is that actually trying to print on? Yeah, it's trying to print on the blue. Let me unplug, because you guys can't see a thing. It's trying to print on the little sheet of paper that you're supposed to put in before you start printing. So it's not actually going to be able to print anything. Oh, it actually says it's printing something that I told it to print on the 3rd of July. Beautiful. Okay, so are you done? Now what's it doing? It sounds like it's doing something. Can you hear it? Okay, we're now getting a piece of paper out. Oh, it's reprinted my question mark from the mystery painting from Margaret. Very nice. You weren't supposed to do that, but okay, can I delete that now? Okay, will you now print that? Okay, we're now going to print the right thing. I'm going to keep hold of this because I do have a mystery AB painting in my rounds, and I'll just use the same picture for that. But this should be printing out. Please tell me you're printing out what I want you to. Oh, it is. It is. I mean, it's not, you know, the clearest or the best image. So it's not that white. So the background is white. The picture does show as white. It's not particularly printing as white, but it definitely prints nice enough for me to know what it is. And these sprockets, I can actually line up the two of them next to each other and it covers the diamond. And they're sticky, so I can be lazy. And I think that's why I like them, because I'm going to be lazy. I'm not going to use them for every painting that I do, because again, I think I don't want to become, you know, too precious over what it is that I'm doing. I just want to make sure that I get halfway down the diamond. Use my diamond as a guide. So I've used the diamond as a guide, and I have my original image, and then I will put there the image of the one that I've done. You could just choose to do one or the other. It really doesn't matter. The ones that I have got pictures in so far, so that is to say that it was a mystery, and that is the image completed. And then I have Winter Tree, so you can see the difference between the two ever so slightly. But I think in turn, if I had my big photo printer or my bigger photo printer, I think I would still be happy with just one bigger image of the one that I'm going to do. I'm just liking playing with my little sprockets at the moment. And the fact that it's actually connected and worked is a bonus. Okay, so Love in Lockdown. Let me change this as well. Love in Lockdown is all in there. So what was next? Let's see if we can get these squares pretty much done. So then we've got Succulent Bowl. Succulent Bowl. And that one is actually from Home Fun. So I do have some of the information already on here. Let's put those diamonds away. I do not want to get confused with diamonds. And then I have the Succulent Bowl, which will save me counting. So it is a 30 by 40. 30 by 40. It is a double-sided tape and it is a full drill. Number of colours. There is 38 colours in this one. 38 colours. It is a square. Yeah, because we're on squares. It does have DMC. I'm not doing the quality yet. And then we've got Home Fun, AliExpress, just to confirm where I got it from. And then AliExpress will help me with this bit. So bear with me now while I sign in, get the information that I need to fill in this, trying to be good, hoping it's there. It's probably going to ask me if I'm a robot. Oh, it actually didn't. My orders. It's just taking a minute to load. So I'm going to see if I can just search succulent. It may or may not have been put as that on the listing, and it doesn't look like it was. So can I search bowl? If not, I might have to search diamond painting, but that could be entertaining on my AliExpress. No, didn't find anything. In fact, let's try searching Hom Fun and see if they put their name in the title. Okay, they do. Found it. It was called a flower pot plant. They do actually still do it, which is good for getting a picture. Let's view the actual details of my order, which can confirm. So I paid £6.09 for it, classed as free shipping. When did I purchase it? It doesn't show me, view delivery details. Let me see if it actually tells me when it got delivered as well. No, it just says there's no updated delivery info, which is probably due to the fact that it has been a while since I ordered this. So this was actually ordered on the 28th of August 2020. And I'm probably confusing Americans now in my date order, but that is the way we write the date in the UK. We do day, month, year. So I'm not going to put date received because I don't know. The tracking isn't there for me to be able to track it again. But I do know that, it probably was not that long. There is nothing I need to note down particularly about it before I've even started it. I haven't started it. I haven't got any final thoughts. I still need to make sure that they're all in. But I do need the picture. Will it let me just save the picture? No. So let's take a little screenshot and pop that into my photos, and then hopefully it will transfer quick enough. So I'm back in my sprocket. Let's see if it will. There it is. And you get to see my pictures, which basically consist of my new couch and things in Tesco's. Okay, that's close enough. It hasn't got the full image all the way round, but it's definitely got enough of it. So I'm happy with that. The printer has gone off again. So let's turn that back on. And let's see if it's going to connect to it. This is going to be fun if it needs to reconnect to the sprocket every single time I turn it on. Oh, it came up on my list that time though. It will now print. It says it's printing. I think I need to order some more of these sheets from Amazon. The printing sheets for my sprocket. So it's over here. It's currently plugged into charge, but we'll pop it here so you can see it spit out a photo in a moment. Oh, we've done quite well with filling in these so far. I'm quite impressed. Oh yeah, I am getting the right image. I had visions of it showing me the same image, as printing out the same image as last time then. It's going to give me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, so it has cut off some of the sides, but that's also partly the way that I've sort of cropped it. When I took the screenshot of it off the website, I didn't get it in sort of this size. And then And for some others, I am going to use different things when I get to the large paintings for the Minions or for Fox Wisdom. I've still got my little stickers to put in. Okay, succulent bowl is documented. So what have I got? I've got 2 more to document for my squares. So I have Fox. He's just called Fox. There he is. Bless him. I actually did the raccoon one of these. This one I have had for ages. So it is 30 by 40. I know it is actually a little bit smaller with it being a poured glue one, but I'm not too precious over that. It's poured glue, it's full drill, it has 19 colours, it's square, it does have DMC. All good. This one was purchased or received from Fansales. Now I will be able to tell, or will I? Ooh. Oh, I do have some dates on these, but okay, so I can tell how much this should be, but this one was sent to me, so in effect it was gifted to me by them. So purchased from Fansales. It was a £4.99 painting, but then I'm going to put in brackets free because I didn't pay for it. This was ordered in a very big order we did from Fansales, that they were kind enough to send us items for various different, for us to do at various different times, various different things. And the original link isn't working. Let me see if I can find a picture. I've just searched for Fox because it may, sometimes things have been relisted. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to find a picture of it. But that's okay. If I can't, then I will just have to either take a I could just take a picture of the blank canvas and use that. In fact, I might do that because then that's a little bit different, isn't it? I will check my emails though, my email conversations with Fansales, because this was well, not early on, but not late on in our working relationship, I don't think. The problem is I have so many emails from Fansales that it may take me a little bit to figure out exactly when we got all these, because quite often now, you see, you do learn things as you go along. Is I now put dates on things, like dates that they were ordered from them, and that's just more to make things easier for me, so I know roughly when things were. But I have so many different email chains with them, and then so many different shipment notifications, that it could take me a while for things to show up. Oh, was it this one? Was it this one? It was this one. Found it. Okay, so this was ordered. Oh, the order went through on the 2nd of July 2020. Okay, I don't know when it was received. It wouldn't have been much later, but again, I'm not going to put a specific date. But I have found the humongous order of items that they were kind enough to send us, and this was on it. So I've got Fox, very imaginative, isn't it? But it's just called Fox. 30 by 40, 19 colours. Don't need to fill in the rest because I've not done it. Delivery notes, no point. Quality time and final thoughts, no point. So I just need an image for this one. So let's move the background of the others. This is where we try and tidy up. I told you this logbook series was going to be a little bit different. It's getting it done, but it's absolute chaos. I'm going to keep hold of that photo because I will use it, in fact, for the next one, the AB mystery one. I'm going to use it for that because waste not, want not. But what I want to do is move the rest out the way. Now you'll have to excuse me while I stick my phone in the way and get a shot of Mr. Fox. Okay, it's not the best. Let me see if I can get it direct. What I want is I just want it straight rather than crooked. It's not the best, but it'll do. And then I actually want to go back into my sprocket. Let me edit it and see if I can I zoom in? Oh, on the sprocket you can add all sorts of stuff. Here we go, crop. Oh, and it does keep the ratio, that's good. And it does let you move it about as well. So what I'm thinking is I mainly want to get the bottom part of the fox in. But I don't know whether... I actually don't particularly want the sticker on it. Oh, I'm going to be brave. Are you ready? Okay, cover paper is off. I'm going back to my camera. And I'm sticking it right over because basically I want as much overhead as possible so that the painting is straight. And then I don't want that picture. Can I? I can go back to my gallery. Then I want to edit him. I want to crop him. This is not sort of an app tutorial, so you will have to just bear with me while I talk to myself. Oh. Does it not like me pulling both corners up? So this... Oh, what are you doing? Okay, doesn't mind me moving it if I do it that way. And it keeps zooming in. What are you doing? So I'm trying to shrink it down. And then I'm trying to make sure that he's in the middle. So it is a slightly different shape to what it really is. So it's actually chopped a little bit off the sides, I think. But that's fine. That gives me an idea of what he looks like. Has the sprocket gone off again? The sprocket's gone off again. It must like to save its battery. Okay, while that's thinking about coming to life, let's get this cover paper back on. This is a benefit of having stickers on the front of my cover paper or on the front of this clear paper. because I don't know if you've ever accidentally stuck this the other way up and actually put it on back to front. It sticks like madness if you put it the wrong way. So the sticker actually tells me which way up it should go. Okay, we've got a green on the printer. So let's hit print. It says it will now print. It says it's printing. So maybe I just needed to stop being impatient and give it a minute. Okay. Fax. And it's quite nice this as well, because it ends up being a different picture that's going into the book, rather than it just being the images off the website like the other two are. This one is the image of the canvas, and then the next one will be the image of it completed. So at the minute his background is of course all dotty, because it's a diamond painting. As I say, the quality is not perfect on this printer, but it's fun to use. So again, I'm just going by half of the diamond, roughly, because then when I've finished him, I can do the other half next to it. And it'll look like one of these, what, way back when. There, one of those. Okay, so that is Fox done. I've been talking that long, I needed to change the battery. Okay, Fox is done, so we need to do AB Mystery, which means we get to use the other half of that, of the one that it printed before. So this was an AB Mystery. This is the part that takes a little bit of time, and to be honest, it's very tempting to only do diamond paintings that I'm going to do going forward. And in effect, that is what I'm doing. I'm primarily doing the ones that I've not yet done, or the ones that I started noting down when I was doing this. So this was a 20 by 20. It was a double-sided tape, and it was a full drill. Do I still have... I know I kept hold. Oh no, I stuck him in my binder. So he's there. In fact, there's Raccoon that goes with Fox. He's also been done. Let me slide that one out, because I'm going to need it to take a picture anyway. I'm going to need to try and get a picture of him. I know I'll be able to find out how many colours he was by looking back on one of my videos. I think it's one thing to have me typing away off screen to try and find some information. I think it's completely different if all you can hear is me in the background that's not actually me. I think that's a little bit freaky. So I'll mark down how many colours after. It's a square, it's an AB, and it did have DMC numbers. This one was from Row Diamonds. Row Diamonds. And this one, I actually got it really quickly. Row Diamonds. Okay. Question is, now I'm trying to find, so let's just search for row. I'm trying to work out what inbox I would have put it in. Let's search for mystery. Okay, can we search that mailbox? Okay. Sorry about this. I am trying to find emails pertaining to this item being sent to me. And the problem is when I'm searching mystery, it's coming up with so much stuff. And it's trying to work out how far back. And this is the sort of stuff that won't be the case when I'm adding items that I've only just got. But I'm actually not finding it in the mailbox that I thought I would. That, or I'm not searching for the right thing. So I'm going to leave that for now, and I'll have to fill in a rough date, because it would be nice to have a rough date of when it was done. Now, for the AB mystery, I can't remember the exact date that I started it. So I'm going to put October 2021. And I'm going to put that I finished it in October 2021. Because it didn't take me too long to do this at all. Time spent, I'm not sure. So I kept this one. The canvas, I'm going to give it a 4. Because it is a double-sided tape, I did have to sort of, I did have a couple of little air bubble strips that I just needed to go over with my craft knife. Really not a big issue at all, but I did have them. So I don't want to give it 5 when there potentially could have been something up, but to be honest, there wasn't. The diamonds, I'm going to give them a 5. So they all fit together really nicely. The AB coating was really nice. I got a lot of extra diamonds left over from this one as well. So I'm really impressed with the quality of this one. Roe diamond, so this one was gifted to me. So I don't want to rate anything else otherwise in relation to customer service. I'm going to personally leave that for when I am buying and have to get in contact with them over it. Final thoughts. I think I'm going to give it overall a 4. And I'm going to put in my notes, lovely painting to work on. Sweet image, which I do think is cute. Sweet image, once completed. And the only reason I'm giving it a 4 is more of a personal preference thing for a 4. It's not the company, it's not the item. Sweet image completed. So I prefer AB diamonds used as a scattering. rather than the full painting. That is the only thing that I think I'd say. Is it is a lovely painting, but I do sometimes think that ABs shine better if they're not all over. So that's my only thought on that one. So I'm going to try and get a picture of this one. I am going quite tall, quite long with my picture. I do think I'm trying to get, it's probably going to end up with a black background. It's probably the only way it's going to work. Let's see if we can make this work. So I need to edit that. I need to go to crop. Why is that picture? Okay, let's not use that picture then. Why is it not even, it's not even showing me the full picture that I took. Okay. I think that's the only thing with using the likes of a sprocket, is I don't think it takes the full image in. So I'm going to try one where I've sort of gone to the side, and then I'm going to crop it and see if I can then crop it down to the black. Why do you keep doing that? This is where I fight with the sprocket now, trying to get it to do what I want. Okay, it's not the best picture, but it'll do. Turn my sprocket on again. You can see a pattern, can't you? Okay, let me put him safe over there. I'm going to have a few paintings to put away when we're done. And I've just dropped him on the floor, so I obviously did very well at putting him safe. I've hit print, and then I have my little mystery picture here. To show that we don't know what he is, or we didn't know what he was. In fact, I don't like that blue line down the edge. Where's my big scissors? It's like somebody saying, can you put the big light on? I'm just going to trim off this little edge that the sprocket's given it. And I've not done it straight. If I'd still had the sticky paper on, I would have used my Fiskars trimmer for that. We'll make it work. And then, I don't know whether, I'm going to chop him down. He might not look ideal by the time I'm done, but I'm going to give him a bit of a nicer border. I've actually cut it a little bit crooked, but it actually makes it look a little bit better. And I'm going to overlap him a little bit because I can, and because I do want some of these pictures to look a little bit different. I don't want them all to look the same, because then I'll want every single one to look the same. And if anything happened to my sprocket, and or I couldn't get hold of the paper, and or something else happened in the future, I would want to change every single picture in here. And that's kind of not the idea. Now, there is more space to write more stuff here. In fact, that's what I did with this one, didn't I? I did. So when, I'm trying to think, I knew I'd kept hold of him to do a video using the borders. I actually put the DMC coding on the back of this picture. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off. Because this is only a little small one. This is just double-sided tape. And it's going to tear the cardstock a little bit because that is just the way double-sided tape works. But I don't think it will rip it completely because the cardstock's quite thick. I'm going to put this in my logbook because I can. And it might be a fun thing to include for some of them in the future. Okay, let me put that somewhere a little bit safer so I can put it back in my book in a bit. But this can actually go in here. So rather than use double-sided tape again, even though I could, because it's my logbook and not just a piece of card, I'm just going to use my scrapbooking adhesive, which is basically a load of little mini dots, but it's a removable one, so I could then lift it up if I wanted to without ripping the paper, because paper's slightly thinner than card. And I'm going to pop my little symbol chart in there as well. And then maybe I can put something in relation to this. So this painting had quad diamonds. In fact, let me just take that out so that I can write properly. Had quad diamonds. Diamonds that are the same size as 4 normal diamonds. For normal diamonds, and then we'll go, it also contained some neon drills and one's named Ice. There we go. So I've added a little bit extra just sort of about the diamonds themselves and what was contained. I think that's a nice little bit extra. So going back, so all of them are now detailed in here. So we've definitely done the top 4 because we've just done them. If I go back and just check the details of the ones that I've got, so Winter Tree, I have filled in sort of all of the details about Winter Tree. This was when I was going to start and then it got paused, but now the videos are making me continue. Mystery from Margaret, I do need to find out how many colours it was. Again, that's something that I will get from a video, so I don't want to go doing that now. In fact, I normally have some post-its. Here we go, post-its. So, to do Margaret Mystery, number of drills, number of colours, question mark. So that's the only thing that I need to fill in there. I've got some thoughts over here. Customer service doesn't matter because that was straight gifted to me. That's the only main one that I need to fill in there. Okay, custom comparisons. Now this one, I do think I need to print the pictures off camera. I think there's something about me scrolling through loads and loads of so there's just something about me being on camera just scrolling through for a load of pictures. So what I might do, I'm not actually sure if I've even got enough little sprocket paper things to print every single one of them out, just due to the amount of them. So what I think I'll do is I'll try and prepare them ready for my next video. Try and make sure that I get some pictures ordered, or maybe I'll even print them out a little bit differently for this one, just to vary it up. But I'll try and make sure that I get those done for the next time that I'm doing an update on my logbook, before we move to possibly round, though round might be a couple of sessions. We'll see how we go. But I can fill in some of this stuff because it was for a comparison. I did actually keep hold of a lot more information than I normally would have. So this was purchased from Huracan. The date it was ordered was the 23rd of the 12th, 2020. This was a pre-Christmas madness. This one actually arrived on the 6th of the 1st, 2021. I actually put in my little tally chart here 2020. Tell I was paying attention, can't you? Total cost was £8.27. £8.27. Delivery notes, 14 days. 14 days to arrive. I think that's what I'll put. Not sure on date started and date finished. I will try and fill in these. So custom comparison, I'm just going to put finish off. So basically this video is getting long enough as it is, so I'll try and fill in the rest, but I do have some of it here. So HomFun, date ordered, again 23rd of the 12th, 2020. This one actually arrived on the 4th of the 1st, 2021, and this one cost £8.02, and that one took 12 days to arrive, which, considering that also included Christmas and New Year, I think that was amazing. I have noted down on that one that I ran out of 2 colours. I think I did this around me doing the finishing some of them up, but not completely. So, and Huey Rachel, again 23rd of the 12th, 2020, and it arrived on the 9th of the 1st, 2021. And that one cost me £15.02, and that took 17 days to arrive. Now, I know I did also do 2 different sizes of the custom. So the Manhui Rachel, I did actually order a second one. I'm not putting that in my logbook. The only reason these are here is because they were here already. I'll fill in the rest to try and get the best dates I can. Evermoment, I do have the amount of colours, so it is 39 colours. It is a square. They do come with DMC, and I do know that their quality on this painting was actually really nice. Date ordered 23rd of the 12th, 2020. Date received 6th of the 1st, 2021, and this one cost an astonishing £27.88, and took 14 days to arrive. Now, in future, I may also put things like the fact that this one came in a tube where others didn't. I'm sure I'll get in a pattern of the best way to add things in as I go along. But that one's in my large squares. I was looking at that and then thinking it's a square. Why have I not done it? The rest are... Sorry, completely lost track then. Somebody ended up coming in to speak to me. Yeah, hubby ended up coming in to speak to me. Okay, so anything that's already in here, and I'm still deciding what to do about this front page. I think I may try and fill this one in soon. I kind of feel like it's a bit weird to have it as a gap, but I also didn't want to start doing anything in the logbook that I regretted and had to replace the whole thing. Though, considering we print them here, maybe I should have just done it and stopped panicking. All new logbook extras come with a new front sheet that says logbook, so I should stop being precious. But yeah, anything that is on my small square list, which I must admit, because of my ticks now changing to dates, I might put this on a fresh sheet. I do get that way. I'm going to try for next time to at least have the rest of these bits, mainly the custom comparison bits, filled in. Make sure that they are all classed as being boxed off and done and dusted, and then we can move on to whatever's next. I might go through the rounds. There's a lot of the rounds that I haven't done. Then again, I mean, there's quite a few of them that I haven't done. I've got large squares that I'm still working on. Some of those may take a bit. They may take a couple of goes as well. I think the reason I'm thinking I might do the large squares next, in fact, I might actually switch them round. So it'll be square and then large square. Then it'll be round and large round. And then it will be special. So I think I'm going to do it in that order, because some of these are already in there. So Flying Feathers is already in there. Mr. Quackers is already in there. And then I do have a completed one that's already in there. So I think if I do that one next, I will then feel as though I am going through everything on that list. And I'm not backing and toing, which is what I've done today while I try and figure out what I'm exactly doing. And then I can make this one pretty as well. And put some nice pictures in, just to show what the paintings are. I find even if you just have one, so if we ignore the ones that I've not put in yet, but even if we go to, is it after then? There. So even when we go to here, it's nice to have a visual that is a visual picture, even if they're not done, as much as it's nice to have, and even if that is just the rendering, it's nice to have as much as it is nice to have the both of them and it being completed and everything finalised. I think it's nice to have both. Or that's what I like anyway. I like the fact that you can look at it. Now, it may take a bit to sort of flick through and find, you know, what painting you're about to do, but I think it's easier with a picture for you to flick through. You could also decide to maybe not put the information in this part of your logbook until you're starting it, so that you do the complete logbook in order. Whichever way you want to do it is completely up to you. I'm kind of happy with the way I've got it at the moment. We'll see what happens if I do decide to ever not do a painting that I've got in my stash. Anyway, I'll think about it for next time. I'm waffling too much because my brain is now on logbook. But that's today's session done. I will speak to you next time I start working on my logbook, see whether I've changed my mind on anything, moved anything about, and if so, of course, I'll let you know, because my brain will process things over the next few days. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Don't leave the video yet. I hope you've not gone yet. I know I've said bye, but of course the usual happens. As soon as I say bye, I go and start uploading the videos to the editing software. My brain goes click. So at the end of filming the video, my mind was going, what if I decide to not do a certain painting or to pass it on? Every now and then I do go through everything that's in my stash, and I do whittle down if it starts getting a bit too much, because I find it can be too overwhelming. So for the likes of the stash, my stash section, I can always just write in here gifted if I gave it away. But my thought was, what do I do in relation to the logbook? Because if I've got a completed one and then I've actually stuck an image on for one that I've not yet done, but then I decide to give it away, I've got the problem of I've got a sheet with the stuff on about one I've given away, but then I've got pictures stuck on the back of one I'm keeping, and potentially the one after that is one that I'm also deciding to keep that may have all the or may have completed and got all the pictures on. And yeah, this is the best layout for displaying your completed items. So my first thought was, well, let's just not record it until I'm doing it. However, all the things like the canvas and the dates that they were all received and things like that, I'm best writing down straight away, because we've already seen how much it can take me to find a date when I purchase something. Too many things come in and out of this house. So I've had a little think about how best to work it, and I have sort of rethought it. I was going to go through it on the next video, but that is potentially at least 2 weeks away for my next logbook session, and I didn't want anybody to sort of have the same sort of thoughts but follow the same thing I've done, and then regret it when I tell you I've changed everything. It's just not nice. So I have slightly changed things, but only slightly. So what I've done, these at the beginning are my completed. I am going to fill that in with one that is completed. So it will be when I get to rounds. I think the daisy one is on my list. It's on my stash list, but I have completed it. So I'm going to be, that was, where is it? I've just seen it. Here it is. So this one, my Diamond Art Studio Daisy. I'm going to put that on that front page because it's completed. So my logbook is going to start with completed paintings. And I'm going to have Winter Tree that's done, Mystery from Margaret. I do still need to do this. So while I have just taken some steps before editing the video, goodness knows when I'll get bed tonight, I do still need to fill in the rest of these customs things, put in the pictures, maybe some of my thoughts. I've got the AB mystery that's done. I've still got the sheet for Willowing Art's Quirky Fox that was already written out, because that is one that's done. And then it shows the blank. So what I've done is I've moved to the back. So these are all blank. And I'm going to put my bookmark in there when I find where I put it. No, I did borrow the bookmark for something else, and I don't have a spare one at the moment to pinch it back. I have so many of these ring bound books. So I'm going to put my bookmark back in here, as in this is where my next completed one is. So this is what I've decided to do for the ones that I've not yet done. Now, very luckily, or very nicely done, by HP, I was able to peel up the photos that I'd stuck on this side. I was able to peel them off without ripping the paper, which is quite nice. And because I thought of it like minutes after, well, within 10 minutes of finishing filming, I hadn't got rid of the backing sheet. So what I've done is I've basically peeled the photos off, and I've stuck the backing sheet back on so that they're no longer sticky, but they can be sticky. And I've just used some washi tape, and it doesn't really matter where on here they go. That I've used washi tape because it's low tack. It will hold the photo, because I do still want to have that first image, the one that I can see. I want the visual and not just the title, which is why I've put it up in the top corner. So I've got the details that I've filled in, that basically I can fill in as it's starting to arrive / has arrived. There's still enough room there to put date received and put any delivery notes. I can always peel this off and back on again. So I've done this for each of the ones that we went through tonight. So Succulent Bowl, Love in Lockdown, and then the two that were already written, Mr. Quackers and Prism, they're there for when we do more logbook entries. So the three in my stash of squares that I have not yet done are all here. And what I'll do is when I go to do / when I've finished Mr. Fox, I will take him out from here. So I'll take him out, I'll fill him in, and then when I've got a bookmark there, I will go back to the front. I will pop him back in. I will then peel off the back of my photo and actually stick it properly on here with the completed one. Or maybe I decide I don't want this one and I just want the big one. Maybe I'll put the inventory sheet in, but I can mess about with all of this side when the painting's done, because when it's done, I'll be keeping the information. It's only if I decide I actually don't want to do Mr. Fox, though I can't see that happening because he's adorable, but maybe I take the decision that I don't want to do Mr. Fox and I want to give him away, then I can just take him out of the logbook completely, and that way all of these that go back to back will all be ones that are done, dusted, got photos, got all the information, or they will have all the information and look nice. And then these will be the yet to do. And if it ever gets to the point, which I'm sure it will, give it a few more years, where my logbook starts getting like jam-packed full, I can of course increase the ring size. We do bigger rings, so I can increase the ring size to the bigger rings that will give me more room, or I could potentially also split my logbook. So I could have one with my list of my stash and my to-dos, and I could have one with my completed. Many options of things, but I'm much happier with that. And that's the only thing about doing one of these videos, is I don't have the time when I'm on camera and when I'm talking to sort of process and fully think things through. But I also want you guys to see that process. So I thought I would nip back on. This is what I've decided to do now. For ones I have not yet done, I am filling in as many details as I can in the top part. And then I'm popping a picture or the picture out of the box. So for example, if I hadn't done this one yet, Diamond Art Club one that comes with its own sticker, I'll use some washi tape to stick that sticker there. That is enough for me to have a visual of what the painting is. Or I'll print out an image of the one that I've just got, and they will get stuck on there I'll also, of course, update these when it gets to it. And that will then be ready as a pre. And then when I've finished, I'll take another picture and I'll move it to the front. I'll do my nice arrangement. I'll fill in the rest of my details. And yeah, that'll make my logbook work. I did also rewrite this page because I didn't like the ticks. So it's exactly the same, but it's just written. I need to stop doing that now. I need to stop rewriting pages just because I can. But yeah, I'm a lot happier with that. I do want to get this one filled in because it is blank. I don't like it being blank. But I'm much happier now with the way, you know, my filling in is going to go. And next time that we do this and we start work on the big square ones, I hope to have all my photos and all the rest of my information in with my customs. And then we can move on to the big square ones and see how that goes. So Willowing Art's Quirky Fox is done. You never know, Mr. Quackers might be close to being done by then. We'll have to see. He's getting there, but he's not there yet. Then again, I've not filled in much of him. Anyway, I'm definitely going now. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.